Okay, so we have something fun here. I found a false hedgehog, or otherwise known as a cat stung mushroom, and it's one of these wonderful jelly mushrooms. Now, apparently these are edible, which is so cool. This is the coolest thing I found this season. Oh my goodness, look at these little doing. Just all sorts of. Oh, this is so exciting. Apparently, these are edible, and a friend of mine, my forager who I buy most of my mushrooms from, takes these and puts them in a ginger syrup, which she then dries and then adds to cookies during the holiday season, or her baking needs. So she's got a big jar of them. Lucky girl. I'm gonna have one or two. Hopefully we'll find some more, and I'll be able to taste these lovelies as well. I am so excited. Some people are putting them with strawberry jello and then drying them. I've heard that if you boil them, though, they just dissipate and it ruins them, so I wouldn't suggest that. I've got to remember this spot, and it is November, end of November, the time, because these will live here for quite some time. So I'm going to make a note in my book as to where I found these so that I can come back and check on them next year. All right, if you enjoyed this, I'm going to do a little more walking around, but this is the star of the show, the cat's tongue jelly mushroom, or false hedgehog. Now I am going to cut just one for you to see why it's called the false hedgehog. I've got just one here, so you can see that. But there are little spines on the underside, so that the gills are vertical rather than longitudinal, which is pretty cool. Let's see if you can see that. I hope you can see that. Oops, it's so jiggly. And this is the top, and that's why it's called the false hedgehog. So hedgehogs are out too. I think I found one, but I wasn't able to take it home and identify it because I lost my sample. But that was pretty exciting. This is definitely exactly what I thought. And they're coming up, little pins all over here. So I might come back and see how they're doing later in a few days, because mushrooms grow fast. And then they're gone forever. No, they're gone until the next season. But this is the mushroom. The mycelium inside here is where the mushroom's coming from. These are the fruit. These are like the apples of the mushroom organism, of the fungus. So if you ever wondered how they grow, look at those tiny pins. It's pretty exciting. All right, I'll take you on more of the walk in just a bit. Okay, so there's our jelly mushrooms. Let's see what else we can find. See if any of these other logs are growing a similar bounty. It's a hidden thing, fungus. All you get is hints of it from the fruit, of where it is. Living in the wood, living in the debris, living in the tree. It's pretty cool. Apparently psychosilibes, or magic mushrooms, are aboundful here too. So as we find little tiny mushrooms, we'll take pictures. And we've got another indicator of patch. See how it grows on the wood? Some more of those. I don't know what that is, but it's growing on a pine cone, which is pretty cool. Try to identify that one. We'll see. Pretty cool. Nothing else, I can put it under my pine tree and let it keep growing because it's pretty. There's some more of the cat's tongue. This is pretty cool. I just love going boing. How cool is that? Definitely have my eyes trained to the ground around here. It's a lot of rotting wood. You can find amazing things on rotting wood. Because that mushroom's job is to decompose and to return all the nutrients back to the earth. That is just so cool. I almost don't want to wander too far out of this area, but you never know what you're going to see. Well, there's a pretty little stump. Who'd have thought that a newbie could find amethyst deceivers and cat's tongue or false hedgehogs on their first year of hunting? I think I feel more. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Look at what we've got. It's like today is the fruiting day. Oh, look at these beautiful things. Oh my goodness. So gorgeous. Well, I think we're going to have enough footage to do a whole episode on hunting for cat's tongue mushrooms. Just happens to be, oh, these are so soft. It feels like velvet underneath. Hope I'm not damaging them, and they're just gorgeous. Have a look. Sometimes leaves cover everything in the fall. You can't see where they are. Be really gentle. It's quite some beautiful mushies. I'm just going to turn it over so you can see. That is beautiful. Okay, we've got another mushroom here that's decomposing, so I came too late to really tell what it is, but it's kind of neat. It's kind of like my my immature pins that are growing on my oyster mushrooms. I've got some pink or white oysters, pearl oysters, I think, and they kind of have this same kind of, but it's definitely past its prime, whatever it is. I'm going to take a few pictures. Maybe I can have some friends of mine identify it. All right, so there's a beautiful site. We may as well take in the sights as we go. See what we can find. It's really fortuitous that we found those particular mushrooms on a day like today where we've had heavy rains, because it is soaking wet out here. Now I see something growing on this log. It looks like a shelf mushroom of some sort. Let's go have a look. Very tiny shelf mushroom. Look at that. Oops. Let's take some pictures. They're very, 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 very tiny. See how tiny they are? Tiny and tender. A lot of times those types of mushrooms are quite tough. I mean, you can't even take them off. They're so tight into the wood. All right, let's keep walking, see what we can find. You can hear the frogs. Busy day today. Usually it's not quite this noisy. All sorts of things growing in here. Oh, and look what else I found. More jellies on this piece of wood. Let's see if I can get to it so you can see the little jelly down here. There's a piece that's already broke off. I didn't break it off. I think it's just mature.